Alright, Cold Steel was nice enough to send me another one of their Sub-hilt knives, and this is the outrageously strong and sharp, the OSS high performance knife. Let's take a look at this thing. Okay, and right here, this is the boar hunter in the Sub-hilt knife line. So first thing I notice about this is what I don't like, and I do not like the upper retention strap. I'm going to move that down to here like I did on the boar hunter. You can see I put another strap on here, so it's right next to the hand guard, or one of the finger guards. This one. It's a lot easier for me to get that thing out like that. So that's the first thing about the sheath I didn't like. And the second thing was, when I first got this, I couldn't get the knife out with just my thumb like I can now. Push on my thumb and it comes right out, because there are 4 little lugs in this thing. There's one there, one down here, one over there, and one up there that hold the blade in. And I had to use my Dremel grinder on it to get this thing so I could get it out with just one push. So I grind on that thing for about 10 minutes. They're made of plastic, so it's easy to do. Just don't go too far with it. So yeah, it's a nice plastic sheath. It doesn't rattle. It holds the knife secure. It's got a pretty good nylon belt loop. And yeah, besides the high riding retention strap, this is a pretty good sheath. So let's look at this blade. It's called, like I said, it's called the OSS, and it's a World War II design, and it was actually named after the Office of Strategic Services. I think that was a forerunner to the CIA, but I'm not sure about that. Alright, the blade length is approximately, the total blade length is a little over 8 inches, but the usable blade is 7.5. And this thing is razor sharp from the factory, and it's a 2-sided blade, so the normal sharp side of the blade down here is razor sharp, and also the swage part of the blade up here, which is a small clip point, is also really sharp. I'm going to test that out just a little bit on some cardboard. Okay, it's cutting through that like butter. No problem. Now I'm going to test the other side. Turn around, test the swage part. It's pretty sharp, not totally sharp. So both edges are pretty sharp. The swedge part is not a 10 out of 10. It's probably about an 8 out of 10. I'll do a little work on that. But it's a very strong design. You can see the spine goes down the middle. Makes it really strong. The tip is pretty strong too. The spine goes all the way down the middle. And it's hollow ground. Both sides are hollow ground right up to that center ridge. Let's take a look at the markings on this thing. Okay, there you can see OSS, and it is AUS-8A steel, and just the Cold Steel on the other side. And one thing about the grip, the craton handle, the hilts, the sub-hilt is bendable, so it's not a steel sub-hilt. Also, the cooling part is also bendable. You can see me bending it. So that means if you use it to guard a blade strike, if it was a really sharp blade, it could go right through the quillion and into your, could take a pretty big bite out of your hand. So it's not really a guard that would protect you, not like the K-bar fighting knife quillion. That is steel. That would guard your hand for a knife strike. And just as a reference, the K-bar looks like it's about maybe an inch shorter. It's a little heavier. The K-bar is a little heavier, and the leather grip is a little bit more slippery than the Kraton grip. If I ever had to go to a knife fight, I think I'd take the OSS over the K-bar fighting knife. Okay, let's a few more statistics on this. The grip itself is right at just a little over 5 inches. So that makes the total length of this blade right about 13, little over 13 inches. So it's a pretty good size fighting knife. So yeah, my first impression of it is really good. I really like it. It's pretty light. Matter of fact, let's take a look at the weight on this thing. Alright, in ounces, this thing weighs in at 8.76 ounces. That's pretty light for a full-size fighting knife. I really like it. Be a great slashing and thrusting knife. It's definitely a military style knife. Other than that, that is about, yeah, that's about all I can say about it. It's really nice. Feels good. Really light, well balanced. Yeah, if I had to go to a knife fight, I don't know which one I'd take. The Boar Hunter is pretty good, but the OSS is just as good. And it might be even better because the swedge part or the spine part on the Boar Hunter is not sharpened. So yeah, I would probably take the OSS over the Boar Hunter in a knife fight. So that's it, except for the lanyard hole. There is a lanyard hole, small one. Other than that, that's my first impression of the OSS by Cold Steel. Pretty good fighting knife. Knuckle bump.